Hi, I'm Casey and I play Matthias, and here's what you missed on episode 4 of Edge of Legend. After the adventurers wake up from their first long rest of the series, they begin their morning. Morel starts with his devoted prayer, followed by his involved grooming process, but quickly becomes distracted when he sees Rufa molding his mustache with wax. They engage in pleasant hair conversation as Ashmaru pours himself with water and boasts himself as the first one clean. Eloise carves a secret message into a tree as everyone slowly congregates to go over the plan of the day, of which there is none. In a change of heart, Chionubis comes forward with the map that she had been hiding. Meanwhile, Rufa proudly grins from the sidelines. It details enemy encampments, including their hold on the quarry that is the main export of the city-state of Emery in the Adafon Empire where Cobbledale lies. They decide to head to the new unit north of them, closest to Cobbledale, simultaneously sending Zashmaru back to town with a copy of the map, a letter to rouse the Ulfgard company, and commands to recruit the Brotherhood of Dogs. As the adventurers near the new unit, they notice smoke emanating from the encampment. Chionubis climbs the nearest tree to get a better look when she notices a group of orcs and goblins tinkering on a big, mysterious machine. When Chionubis reports back to the group, Eloise remembers that she stole bomb-making supplies from the camp they destroyed. With Matthias' steady hand and Alona's bookish guidance, they create a tentatively stable bomb, which Eloise is tasked with passing to a goblin as a gift from their god/creator, Gobulon. She sneaks it into the muck by the camp and sends a message to the most susceptible goblin in the area, who grabs it in glory and runs into the camp screaming. The bomb immediately begins to detonate as he jostles it around, and the adventurers must evade yet again the blowback of an explosion. Everyone manages to evade the impact except for Woodward, Alona, and Matthias. As Alona heals Matthias, who took the brunt of the damage, they can hear the angry cries of the Black Spear tribe as they swear vengeance in the name of their champion, Zanakan. Quickly discovered, the adventurers brace themselves for battle against 3 pissed-off orcs and 1 hobgoblin. Rufa trips the first orc with his whip and making him prone to his next hit as he slams the chain right down on its back. Chionubis marks the orc as prey and launches an arrow into his shoulder. She takes another shot at him, right between the eyes, as she mocks him in Orcish. Blood for blood. Matthias twin feints the final orc, slicing his throat, but as he falls, he grapples Matthias' legs, leaving him trapped. Upon seeing this, Alona casts Divine Lance at the oncoming hobgoblin and uses her last action to free Matthias from the dead orc's grasp. Suddenly, Morel dashes past them in a flurry into the hobgoblin, launching him 10 feet back, completely demoralizing as he screams, "I am the front line!" Eloise is inspired by this as she grabs her shield and similarly charges the hobgoblin, casting her magic at him from behind her defenses. Her grim tendrils tingle and strike as they suck the life force from his body. He spits and sputters as he suffers Eloise's trademark kill of drowning on dry land. That's messed up, Eloise. That's messed up. The goblins, with their heads on fire, finally arrive to battle as the orc Rufafeld strikes Morel with his jet black spear. Woodward produces a flame as Mush launches through it, creating the most epic flaming badger tableau as he ferociously bites the orc's ankle. Here's a fun part. The orc's spear is now on fire as he frenzies with a badger on his leg. Rufa swings his whip around towards the orc, stealing his spear, only to just bring it back around to strike him with it in the back, but the orc is too mad to die. Chionubis strikes him with her scimitar, only for him to grab the blade and spit at her. "I've bled on your blade. You shall too." But before he can do anything, Matthias deals the final blow, grabbing his head, slicing his throat, and bringing him into a chokehold, decapitating him. Alona, thoroughly disturbed by this violence, faces the flaming goblins head-on, disintegrating one into a passion flower in the name of Afra. I think it's something like this. Alright. As Alona uses her last action to cast guidance on Morel, she sees his eyes glowing heavily, and in his passion, he decimates the final goblin, crying out, "In the name of Afra, you are forgiven!" Becoming once again inspired by Morel, Eloise mimics his actions and clocks the final goblin with her wrench on the head in the name of her friend. Glupped up, Eloise is learning what it's like to be a champion and a hero for someone else, as the satisfying death of the goblin fills her with joy. Sweet goblin death. She looks to Morel with a huge smile on her face and says, "You forgive and you save." As the fire rages behind them, that is where we call this episode, episode 4 of Edge of Legend. Be sure to tune in 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and make sure you're following Nat20 Productions Official on Twitch. That way you can catch new episodes as they happen. We look forward to seeing you in chat, so that way you can become legends right along with us. Thanks for watching.